Hi, Shawn Driscoll with ShawnDriscoll.com. In today's edition of Lead the Way, I want to address a hot topic that emerged on the recent survey I did of my list that many of you responded to. And that is this issue of time. How do I get it all done? Over and over again on that survey, I noticed a trend where many of you are struggling with how to manage the time. How do I serve clients, market, find time to create new products, new services, get more leverage in my business, and still have time for a life? And I stumbled on this formula that I'm about to teach you early on in my coaching practice that really transformed how I focused my time and energy in my business, and has allowed me to continue to run my business in a 20 to 25 hour work week for many years successfully, and not feeling like I'm totally pulling my hair out or leaving really important things undone. So I want to share it with you, and what I'd encourage you to do is get out a sheet of paper and a pen and follow along and work on the exercise as I walk you through it, so that this next couple of minutes really helps you get that time-based reality check that we all need from time to time. All right, so the first step of the process is to identify the total number of hours that you, on average, want to work. This is desired hours that you would like to work per week in your business. So think about all the other things you have going on in your life and how much time realistically and comfortably you want to take up in your business. For me, that number is 25. So I've put the number 25 in here, but you put in whatever number works for you. The second step of the process is to look at all the critical areas that you as the business owner have to manage and attend to and spend and invest time in order to successfully run your business. It starts over here with service delivery. The amount of time that you spend producing income through actual service to your clients, customers, attending to programs, all of those things where these are revenue generating activities. The next component is marketing. You have to market in your business in order to keep a steady flow of customers for the service that you provide. So you have to think about marketing. Then you have to think about development. Looking at the big picture of your business, what is it that you want time and space for in your business life to grow and develop? How do you want to grow and develop yourself? Where do you want to invest in your own growth and development as an expert, as a business leader, as a service provider? And also, what do you want to be carving out time to create that you could then market and sell in your business for future growth? Quite often, this is a strategic decision, and focusing on your business strategy and the top goals that you have will help you not feel scattered. Of course, the last slice of the business owner's pie is the admin work. The nitty things we have to do, paperwork, paying bills, certain emails that don't fall into one of the other categories. And so thinking about all the administrivia components of your business is another element that we all have to manage. And so what I recommend you do is that you decide, ideally, what percentage of your ideal work week do you want to allocate to each of these activities. For example, I'm using my 25-hour work week. So I would like to allocate 30% of that work week to service delivery, which is about 7 to 8 hours, depending on if I go a little bit over my 25 or not. I would like to allocate 30% of my time to marketing, so again, another 7 to 8 hours. 30% to development, 7 to 8 hours, and the final 10% to admin, which is about 2.5 hours. Once you come up with your allocation, you're going to want to think about how your strategy fits into this. So if realistically, I'm looking at spending about 8 hours a week in actual delivery of my service, that for me is about 1.5 full days of coaching. So I would allocate my coaching hours and how I run my programs into that. Now, I may look at that and say, I'm not sure I can generate my revenue the way that I want to generate it in that amount of time, and I might have to adjust that number and maybe bump it up to 40 and borrow from somewhere else. So there's a lot of flexibility here for you to assess and evaluate what is the top priority in your business right now, and then that dictates the percentage of time that you allocate to these activities. And as your priorities shift, you would shift your time allocation. So for example, if you're really focused right now on list building, developing key partnerships, doing a lot of marketing because you're launching a new product or a program that you've already developed, you might want to allocate extra time here and shrink down over here during this phase while you accomplish that goal and bump up this number. Over here, if you're looking at long-term growth and leverage, and you know that you're in a place where you want to be creating something new to maybe help you leverage in the future, help you free up more time, make more revenue without having it all be dollars for hours over here, then during your development phase, you might want to bump that number up and shrink down in the other areas. So it allows you to take a reality check. How much time do I realistically have if I don't want to compromise my personal life and my sanity to get everything done that needs to be done? Once you've got a picture of how you want your week on average to go, and again, this is not rigid, there is flexibility here, but it gives you a reality check of where your time can go, then you decide what are those high priority, big rock accelerator items that I need to put in there first. So if I'm looking at marketing, what are the top 3 things that I know work best for my marketing and that lead to sales? Schedule those in first. Make those the priority item for the hours that you're investing in the marketing window. If you're looking at development, prioritize your projects. Prioritize what you invest in learning, because anytime you're spending on free teleclasses, downloading stuff, reading it, attending things, getting coaching, going to training, attending workshops, all of that goes into this bucket. So you want to make sure that those are really focused, selected, and high potential opportunities for you. The same goes with the things you decide to create for your business. Whether you're using it to develop a new marketing campaign, whether you're using it to develop a new product or service or program, you want to make sure that those are going to be hot, high priority items in your business, and you're not just frittering your time away, playing creativity games. So what you want to do is ask yourself, what are the top 3 activities? Top 3 priorities, top 3 priorities. Even here, what are the top 3 things that I want to spend my service delivery time doing? Sometimes that means you have to dump something, or delegate it, or involve other people, or change it up, or change your pricing. Make some changes to make this system work. Because the reality is, this gives you a realistic picture of how much time you actually have if you want to hold and honor your personal priorities. So I hope you'll take the time to figure out your little piece of the pie, and I recommend doing this about every 90 days. Every 90 days, sit down, take 15 to 30 minutes, and identify what are my strategic priorities in the next 90 days, and how do I need to allocate my time in a way that really honors and helps me drive that plan into action. I'd love to hear your comments on the blog about how this helps, or what other questions you might have about time and productivity and getting it all done. So please feel free to post your comments below, and I will respond, and I look forward to talking to you. Until next time, this is Shawn Driscoll. Lead a life of difference.